gold coin. Doubloons, or what? What do they call gold coins again in the pirate films?
Booty?
Booty. I was going to say, you are the dirtiest appliance I own, and then I thought, no, you're not. So anyway, look at all this booty. Look at that gold. Gold, I tells you. And do you know what? It's actually chocolate, but gold. Because CBS have been bribing me to not cuss. I know! Isn't that adorable? Look, he's putting up little piles over there. Look, he's putting up little... Trying to tempt him with gold, you know. He said, don't cuss, Craig. Come on, it's getting old. What about every time you don't cuss, I'll give you a gold chocolate coin? And I said, you can kiss my ass, girl with the dragon tattoo. One or two? That's a two? Really? Girl with the dragon tattoo's two? All right, that's four back. No, wait. I just have to count out some more because Kenneth Branagh's on tonight and he's got a potty mouth, so I should... Hey! Whoa! Don't woo Kenneth Branagh! He's a respected British actor, he's not like a NASCAR driver! You don't woo, that's like wooing Downton Abbey. You wouldn't woo Downton Abbey, would you, Jeff?
Bunch of...
You owe me $1. You owe me a chocolate dollar. Ooh. Have you ever enjoyed a chocolate dollar?
Yeah. In my clubbing days, yeah.
Yeah. It's not a real thing. Don't look it up. I mean, it will be by the time this show ends, but it's not a real thing yet. Anyway, so there's all the cuss words that I'm not going to say tonight. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back.
It's hard to stay up. It's been a long, long day, and you got the Sandman at your door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay. You can always sleep through work tomorrow. Okay. Hey. Tomorrow's just your future. Yesterday.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by Thermacare Heat Wraps. For up to 16 hours of back pain relief, try Thermacare. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Thanks, everybody. That's great. Yeah, that's really, really good, yeah. Really good, really impressive. Oh, hooray, you bastard. Well, I know, I can see it. It's written all over your face. You hate me. But I don't care because I love you. I do, you're great. I hate them. No, they're great. You're very nice, actually, very attractive audience. It's a joke. Or is it? It's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, indeed. It is a yet another great day for the New York Giants. In Manhattan, they had their own ticker tape parade. To be fair, though, they don't use that ticker tape much in Wall Street anymore. The stockbrokers just toss government bailout money from the windows. Disney is in talks to start a 24-hour news channel. I'm thinking, does that really... I don't know if I want that. Do you really want the news read by Goofy? I'm not sure if I'm into that. Iran's got nuclear weapons. most of you will be tuned in tonight to hear today's big story and have me talk about it, so I will, and I am happy to. That's right, it is, of course, the birthday of Charles Dickens. What the? And I didn't even get anything. I know. If Charles Dickens were still alive, he'd be 200 years old today. Of course, he's dead. He died last October, and it was a hot air balloon accident. His moustache caught fire. It was terribly sad, yet hilarious. Isn't that Dickens all over? Today in London, there was a very touching ceremony to honour Charles Dickens in Westminster Abbey, where Dickens was buried. The actor Ralph Fiennes read one of his novels to the crowd. Because who better to order? Who better to honour Charles Dickens than Voldemort? Voldemort's perfect. That's parcel tongue. What the hell's that? You know, you muggle bastard. After that, Prince Charles laid a wreath on Dickens's grave. Do we have a picture of Prince Charles? There he is. We should do that thing. Remember Prince Charles used to come out and do stuff here? Why don't we do that anymore? Oh, we can do it again? Oh, great. Stay tuned. It's not going to happen tonight, though. Oh, well, maybe it will. It won't. No, it's not. It might. No, it's not. Charles Dickens wrote so many iconic novels. He wrote Oliver Twist, Great Expectations, Tale of Two Cities. He wrote the best books ever written, really. He also wrote the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That was Dickens. He originally called it The Lass with the Serpent-Inked Bosom. See, Dickens wrote in a very unique style because a lot of his stuff was published in monthly installments and he'd get paid by the word. So he would write more words in order to get paid more. It makes perfect sense. So he wouldn't write, the man went up the stairs. He would write, Mr. Crumbly Dumbly went up the crickledy-dickledy staircase, one humbly-dimbly step at a time. That's $50 right there. I wish I get paid with the word out here. And then they'd just take away every time I cussed, so I'd end up broke. I don't know. Maybe you should pay me for every cuss word I don't say. What do you think?
Yup.
One of Dickens' most memorable characters, of course, is Tiny Tim, who he described as a criswickety little boy who was higgledy-piggledy in the leg. I'm paraphrasing. It was like that. In A Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens describes Tiny Tim as being lame. See, back then, being lame meant people felt sorry for you. Nowadays, if you're lame, you get a talk show in the middle of the night. Yeah, got you. That woke you up, didn't it?
Oh, man, I'm all higgledy-piggledy in my pants.
Are you criswicketive in your trousers?
No, but I will be in a moment.
Okay. Dickens wrote about children a lot because child labour was awful back in these days, and by awful I meant these kids were not making iPhones. Dickens was... they weren't. Who would have thought humour about child labour would fall on deaf ears, Jeff?
We went
insane
over this.
to me.
I know.
It seems like the normally fertile ground of abusing children for cash seems to not be playing with this audience. We can cut that out.
We were about to do some terminal diseases jokes in a moment.
Yeah. That'll really bring the house down.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying about Dickens is that his writings forced society to take on issues like child labour and poverty and homelessness. And thanks to Dickens, none of these things exist today.
Totally eradicated.
Completely gone.
Not here.
Much like?
My balls.
All right. Dickens, of course, passed away in 1870. He was halfway through his final book, The Mystery of Edward and Drood. And that's why the final sentence of that book is, and the murderer was revealed to be, my heart. I'm dying and still writing to describe my death. No. Sorry about the child labour thing.
That was awesome, man.
Thanks, man. I got kind of carried away with it. I started off, and then I thought, well, this is going well. I'll stay with it.
No, you were in the moment.
I
You
was
did a
in the
great
moment.
thing there.
I like to stay in the moment.
You should probably get out of it now.
Okay. All I'm saying is that I think it's fantastic that we still honour the novels of Charles Dickens. I don't think people read epic novels anymore. It's because of Twitter. Twitter has made their attention spans very... Wow, the robot's still here.
Oh, hey, look, lesbians.
Oh, yeah. Hey, take a look at the lesbian at the far end of the row.
Yeah, I don't notice anything.
Okay, perhaps it's me then. This is all the awkwardness of a Scottish Sunday afternoon. What I like as well is that the director doesn't have a clue which camera to use next. I was thinking of getting the place decorated, Jeff. What do you think?
Yeah, you might want to put in another wall over here. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about, see where these window frames are? What about putting in actual windows?
Not a bad idea.
Then the view wouldn't be the same, of course. The view would be of where we actually are, which is in the basement.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's commercial break time. Do the thing.
Oh, sure. We shall commence with more Mr. Fergly Wurgly and his jocular cadaverous companion after a brief communication from your local mercantile organization.
That's right. Excuse me a second. I just want to eat some of these chocolate dollars before I... Well, they're chocolate quarters. You cheap bastard. I just want to eat some of them so that they can't take them back when I cuss.
I imagine
Hey,
they'll
Jeff.
find a way to take it back.
Oh, they know the way. Hey, can you vamp for a minute or two while I eat?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, fill in.
So, you, come here often?
Hey. None of that improv.
Crikey.
Talking to the... Oh.
Crikey.
Don't be talking to the audience. Do it on your own.
Guys, ever have a chocolate dollar?
Would you like one? All right, Jeff. You ready?
I am.
Okay. You ready for me to ask you what it is?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. What time is it, Jeffrey Pearson?
It's tweet mail time, presented tonight in the long-winded, tedious, wordy, verbose, windy, and redundant writing style of Charles Dickens.
Hey, whoa. Was that redundant in there? You can't call Dickens redundant. Dickens is an extremely important force in the English language. That's like saying Shakespeare's redundant. That's absurd, man. Absurd!
Presented tonight in the long-winded, tedious, wordy, verbose, windy, and redundant writing style of Charles Dickens.
Ay, caramba! Man, do the thing.
Twitter. Tweets will set you free. Triceratops. Twitter. Tweet the night with me. Check the tweets. And also email.
The emails. All right, Jeffrey. This is from Aaron in Madison, Wisconsin. You ever been to Madison, Wisconsin? Maybe you want to dance there or something. You ever been to Madison,
It's
Wisconsin?
fantastic chocolate dollar.
Okay. Hi, Craig and Jeff. A recent date went poorly, but we both frequent the same bar. What do I say if I see him again? What do you think, Jeff?
They go to the same bar?
Yeah.
Well, don't go there anymore, dumbass.
No, she shouldn't have to give up her favorite bar just because this guy's a douche. He shouldn't have to go there anymore.
Yeah, I don't even care. Really? I mean, what is the point?
But, you know, I think we're heading towards an argument.
You know, I think we are. I
I
think
think we
all
are.
night.
I think it's because you called Charles Dickens redundant, which, quite frankly, I've never heard anything more
Crikey.
ridiculous in my entire life.
Well, you're the one that said Charles Dickens died in a hot air balloon and his mustache caught on fire. That's a bunch of bullcrap.
We'll talk about this later, when we're on our own.
Talk about redundant. Watch this show every friggin' night.
Hey, don't
Crikey.
applaud Jeff in the middle of an argument. There's your dollar, you
Crikey.
Oh, there's another one. This is from Sarah in Southwick in Massachusetts. Yeah. Dear Craig and Jeff, what should I do when I think someone's not paying attention to what I'm saying? This is from Manny in Miami, Florida. You ever been to Miami, Florida?
Yeah, sure, I've been there. Have you? I don't think you have. I don't think you've ever visited my place, have you?
I actually have been in Miami, Florida. I got a tattoo in Miami, Florida. And you know why? Because I've got skin!
You bastard.
That's right. I said it. Would you like a tattoo, Jeff? Because I've got a Sharpie!
You can take that Sharpie and shove it
This is from, never mind. This is from Lola in Vancouver, Canada. You ever been, dear Craig and Jeff, you ever been to Vancouver, Canada, Jeff?
Yeah, who cares?
Dear Craig and Jeff, my husband forces me to watch hockey games with him because he says I'm good luck, but I'm not interested. How can I get him to stop? Well, stop being good luck. A little help?
The hell's going on in the audience?
This is from Mark. This is from Mark. I'm actually rather enjoying myself. This is from Mark in Savannah, Georgia. Now, I don't know if you can tell from this, but Mark's a duck. Can you see that there, Jeff? Yeah, he's a male mallard duck. You see that right there?
Yeah.
You know how I can tell he's a male? Because he has a penis. This is, yeah, Mark. Have you ever been to Savannah?
I'm not talking to you.
Hi, Craig and Jeff. I'm 18 years old, but everyone tells me I look like I'm 12. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Not touching it. All right. This is from... Listen, I did the child labor joke, and they practically hung me. Did you see that?
I saw it, man.
Unbelievable. I was just trying to be a joke. I didn't mean to upset everybody, but oh, no. Apparently the politically correct brigade are in tonight, and you've caused an argument between me and Jeff, and we've never had an argument before.
I hope you're all happy with yourselves.
I'm very happy. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay, man. I love you, man.
I love you, too. This is from Roy in Akron, Ohio. I don't know if you can tell from this, Jeff, but Roy's a fuzzy little tit. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Craig and Jeff, my girlfriend wants to go to a theme park, but I'm too chicken to go on any of the rides. Really? I thought you were a fuzzy little... Achtung. What can I do to avoid having to go? Feign diarrhea.
That's the title of my new autobiography.
All right, this is from Brian in Omaha, Nebraska. You ever been to Omaha?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's my favorite.
Hey, I went to a hotel, the hotel I stayed in Omaha, Nebraska. I was in it, and it was haunted. It's a haunted hotel. I feigned diarrhea when I was there, Jeff.
It's the only thing you really can do in that situation.
Dear Craig and Jeff, why do women go to the bathroom together? They don't. They don't. I'm married to a woman, and every time she goes to the bathroom, off she pops. It's only me and her in the house and the kids, and she goes to the bathroom, I'm left with the kids, unless she's got another woman in there, which would be awesome. But I don't think she has. I'd notice. Jeff, this is rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't pee.
Really? Why not, Jeff?
Because I don't have a penis.
Did you just awe him? What the hell is wrong with these people?
I don't need your sympathy, people.
All right, Jeff, tell them what time it is.
It's time to go to commercials.
Yeah, it's commercial time. We'll be right back. Listen quietly, I'm sorry, Jeff and I had a bit of an argument, so we're just doing what we learned to do in therapy to get over it. We'll be right with you. When you say to me that I'm a bastard, it makes me feel less than.
I hear what you're saying.
Yes?
And I understand.
I don't think the crikey works.
No, I am still pissed at you.
And you. Welcome back, everybody. My first and only guest my first and beginning guest. The first contestant on the big cash prize tonight is Academy Award nominee, Best Supporting Actor for My Week with Marilyn. Yeah, take a look at this. Why, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Please welcome Kenneth Branagh, everybody. Kenneth Branagh.
Thank you very much.
You look awesome.
Thank you
Your
very
hair
much.
looks toasty. It's almost
Thank
as
you.
if you're prepared to accept the Oscar already.
Oh, shush and shush. Well, you're quite... What do you...
Yes?
Do you do your hair yourself?
No, I don't. Do you?
Does somebody run their hands through your hair
They've got
for
a
you?
machine here.
Have they?
Actually, yeah.
Is it a machine, really?
Well, not really, no. But
really?
what it is like, it looks like a big mixer.
Right, okay.
And sometimes...
What do you mix in it?
Well, you don't. You just put it on your head. It's like like wires, and it goes on
Okay.
your head, and it makes you go, oh.
Can I touch your hair?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now, that's lovely because it has bulk and substance and yet is smooth to the touch. And so, I think...
You could be describing my penis.
But I think... Now, by contrast, that's something I wouldn't like to touch. Thank you.
Are you sure?
No, I'm absolutely...
Yeah.
I'm absolutely... Also, can I ask you a question? How do you feign diarrhea?
Yes, well, you'd probably know, being the actor that you are, but I'll give you a lesson. Here's what it is.
Yes. Now I get it. Actually, good. And I'm glad it's... you don't have to do anything else beyond that.
I'm sorry I didn't feign it. We have to go to a commercial.
Oh, and he's right.
No, come on. And well, congratulations on getting the Oscar nomination.
Thank
That's
you very much.
fantastic.
No, thanks. Thank you.
Nah.
Thank you. Do you know what? Yesterday we went to the nominees luncheon, which is the moment where it's like a sort of high school graduation where everybody gets their certificate. It sounds sort of odd with the Oscars, but you stand in everybody lines up, and so there's Mr. Spielberg and Mr. Scorsese and all these people, 140 people, all on these bleachers, and then you get called up and you get your certificate. And I was standing there with sort of an inane grin on my face because it was so thrilling, and so were all of they. Everybody is so excited. You think it's so grand, but actually that bit of it is
I imagine it'd be
simply
great.
fun. It was brilliant.
That's the Oscars. Not Golden Globe. It's the Oscars, man. The Oscars.
Well, it's very
means
nice.
something. It means something.
Well, it meant something to all of us.
Well,
It was
it
so
does.
nice.
It's the
So
Oscar.
nice.
It's important.
It's very
and
nice.
didn't you get the Oscar nom for Henry V?
I did, yes, indeed.
And
yes.
wasn't that your first film?
It was indeed, yes.
And because I saw it was very good.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank
wasn't
you.
that Laurence Olivier? Didn't he do that early on in his career?
Yes, he did, and so whatever it was, 50 years later, we
That's
we did
weird,
the same
though, isn't
thing.
it? It's like all...
It is a little weird to end up playing him, you know, because it
Yeah.
was something I didn't expect to do, but it was great to go back and look at all his work and then have a chance to do this little weird moment in his life where he directed Marilyn Monroe, at that time the biggest movie star in the world. He
Yes.
was the greatest actor in the world, and it should have been a fantastic collaboration. They just didn't get on. She was late all the time. She once kept him waiting for 3 days. I don't know if you've ever had that problem with a guest where they don't show up for 3 days.
I've had that problem with an actress, but I've never had it with a guest.
Have you? Oh, now listen, but tell me, what have you, when you've worked with people that you find difficult in film or television, what do you do? Do you try and be nice to them? Do you lose your rag?
No, I'm nice to them.
Yeah,
I'm nice to them, and then when they leave, I say to him, let's never have them back.
All right, okay, I got you.
And he goes, oh, we got they're big. And I'm like, no, it doesn't doesn't matter.
Oh,
you know, no.
yeah.
That's fine. That's why you've been here so often. You can say what you like about you, Ken, but you're punctual.
Oh.
Every time I've introduced you, you scoot out there like the groundhog on Groundhog Day. It's awesome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We aim to please.
It's a great skill, and I think popularity and punctuality in Hollywood go halfway to getting you the Oscar. I mean, you've got to act and stuff as well, but being on time.
Are you a punctual person yourself?
Yeah, I hate people who are not punctual. In fact, I think it's passive-aggressive to be late.
Oh, really?
Yes, I do. If you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. That's what I say.
Oh, okay. Well, I tell you, you've rather scared me in the way you said that, and yet also excited me at the same time. And I'm not quite sure which is winning out in terms of the...
So in the film, then, you play... You play Sir Lawrence Little. Did you ever meet him?
I never met him, but I wrote to him once and asked him for advice about a part that I was playing. I found his address in a book called Who's Who of the Theatre. In those days, you'd have an entry saying what you'd done, and he had pages and pages of it. And then at the end, he gave us his hobbies and clubs that he belonged to, and then he gave his address, his London town address.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. You could just get this to the library. So I did write to him, and he did write back. It was like writing to one of the gods, and he wrote back. It was a simple piece of advice. He just said, have a bash and hope for the best. He said, I've got no advice to offer you other than... Yeah, seriously. Have a bash and hope for the best. Just do it.
Because years later, I remember I was directing a film years ago, and it's before I got this show, and I got in touch with you to ask about directing, and you said, yes, let's have lunch. And we had lunch. And you didn't know me at all, and we had lunch, and you said to me, I remember what you said about casting. You said, cast your friends, because actors are a pain in the ass.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Oh, God forgive me. God forgive me.
And I did, and the film was terrible.
Oh, God.
So
I remember that. I remember Shepherd's Bush. It was a little restaurant.
Very nice.
It was very nice. And you worked with the same production designer that I used.
Yes, I did.
Tim Harvey. Very nice.
Yeah. Do you still work with him?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
yes, I do.
Very talented. Very tall and thin.
Very tall and thin, yes, and could play a Nazi general in a Second World War film.
Oh,
but he's also very good at designing movies.
He's probably best designing films than playing the Nazi general.
More so, I think. Yeah,
you don't,
I think, yes,
you don't often get the Oscar for playing the Nazi general.
Not so much. Not so much.
I'm sorry, I did a child labour joke earlier on, and they've never
didn't go down well. They haven't been back since.
No, they consider me a Nazi general. In
really?
fact.
But with wonderful hair.
Thank you. You've got very nice hair. Now, what's going on? Why? It's gone a little bit saucy.
It's got there's some clay in it. There's
What?
Some moulding clay.
Nice.
I'm told, and it's...
Do you sculpt any other areas?
Well, I don't know. Well, do you know, of course, that depends on the touch, whether you've got the hands for the sculpting in other areas.
Yeah, I see where you're going. We have to take a commercial break. You interested in those?
Very much so. I mean, yes. How exciting.
Yes, it is. Take a look at this. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Kenneth Branagh, who's nominated for the Oscar. Anyway, we're out of time, Kenneth.
Well, there you go.
Well, no,
Okay.
I always say that at the beginning of the second bit because, you know, it usually takes about 4 or 5 minutes to wind it up.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, I'm with you, and I'm ready to cooperate and, in a way, just be your assistant. If I can help you to help me to help you, I think it'll all be lovely. And if I knew what I was saying,
And the Oscar goes to... Listen, I don't know. I don't have much sway with the Academy, buddy, but you won yourself 4 chocolate quarters right here.
Extremely kind of you.
Right, okay, now...
Thank you very much.
What would you like to end up? Would you like the awkward pause, mouth organ, or big cash prize?
Big cash prize, please.
What time is it, John? Here's how you win the big cash prize, which is $50 American in real quarters in a bag with a dollar sign on
Now,
it.
and it looks wonderful, but do you mind me asking, the last time I came here, and I did play for the big cash prize, there were notes, there were cash and folding money. Why has it now become perfectly good legal tender, but why is it in coin form now?
Well, here's what I think. I think because CBS feel that if I give it to the celebrities in coin form, they're more likely to return it.
That's a very good policy.
Yeah,
maybe they should pay everybody like that.
Well, everybody was just taking the bucks and going, $50, that's awesome, thanks very much. Yeah, that's a heavy bag. Get your hand underneath that. Look, feel that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's a little knobbly, isn't it? But it makes a noise and it's rather musical, so that's...
And so is the bag.
Thank you very much.
All right. right, there's two ways to win. As you know, you can either answer the question or you can guess what's in my box. Now, guess what's in my box is a little bit tricky. I can imagine what's in the box. I don't know what's in the box. Jeff knows what's in the box. You ask, and then that's how it's done.
Oh, excellent. Very good.
So what do you want to do?
I want to guess what's in the box.
Wow! All right, then. All right, what happens is I imagine a box, and then I don't know what's in the box. Only
course
Jeff,
you don't.
Right,
Of course
Jeff knows what's in the box.
Yeah, okay.
And then you guess, and if you get it right, Jeff will tell you.
Oh.
Yeah, how do you two...
How do we work together?
Yeah.
Not very well. But we will, I think, be able to guess what's in the box. But I need to concentrate very hard, yes?
All right, yes.
Okay.
All right. I'm imagining a box.
Yes.
If this helps you at all, it's large.
It's large. Is it enormous? Would you call it enormous?
I'd call it very, very big. It's about the size...
Of Arizona?
Slightly smaller than Arizona.
Slightly more smaller than that. Is it cavernous and echoey?
Sure. Yeah, a cavernous and echoey box. What is in my box?
A toothbrush.
Jeff, what's in the box?
Well, caress my skull and call me Yorick. It's a toothbrush.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My next guest is a very funny comedian. He's at the Acme Comedy Club in Minneapolis, Minnesota, February the 28th through March the 3rd. Please welcome Chad Daniels, everybody. Chad Daniels.
Hello. How's it going? All right. Nice. I just went to my high school football coach's funeral. I leaned over the casket and I whispered, "You walk it off." Yeah. That's right. I recently went to a food court at an airport and I ordered a hamburger and I took the pickle off it, and this guy goes, "Why didn't you order without the pickle?" Who are you? And he goes, "When I order a hamburger and I don't want the pickle, I just order without the pickle." Well, you're the best. Didn't you get your letter? You won life. Then he said, "There are homeless people." Yeah, but at the airport? Are they here off jet setting to their other not home? Not to mention the fact that if someone says I'm hungry and you give that person a pickle, you're a monster. Because pickles are salty and now that person is thirsty. Do you have anything to wash down that pickle? Yeah, I do. Here's some soy sauce. Red Cat, full sodium. Your move, homeless. I come from a broken home, which is not that unusual these days. My parents used to always threaten each other with divorce, and you hear that as a little kid and you think that is the worst thing one person can say to another person. Now I'm married, not that bad. I love my wife, and it would hurt if she left, but there would be good days. How about the day you get to go canoeing with somebody else and don't have to do all the paddling? Hey, now we're talking. That'd be a great day at my house. I live on a river. My wife said, "Let's get a canoe. Let's paddle upstream. Let's float back down." I don't think my wife knows what "let's" means. Because I put the canoe in the water, I started paddling, and she had not brought a paddle onto the canoe. I said, "Hey, what's going on up there?" She goes, "I'm taking pictures." Well, you could sketch it because we're not moving. It was like I was on a canoe treadmill or something. You cannot get going, right? And 3 big swipes out of me when you're in the back and you're steering. We were in the side of the riverbank. And she turns around and says, "What are you doing back there?" And I was like, "Oh, I will kill you." She said, "Why are you whispering?" "Because sound travels over water." And that last phrase makes it premeditated. Who thinks it's a good idea to paddle upstream? Right? Maybe when we're done, we could throw raspberries at the moon. That's just as logical of a thought. Then my wife had an epiphany. She said, I know, let's bring the kids next time. Absolutely. Why wouldn't we bring the kids? Kids fix everything. Right? You ever having a bad day? Get some kids in there, see what happens. Let's mix this thing up with a little sunshine and rainbow. My kids got on the canoe, and my son is like, what's on this side? What's on this side? What's on this side? So the canoe is rocking back and forth. My daughter's like, we're all gonna die! Yeah, well, maybe. If this keeps up, perhaps. One day my kid said, why'd you take away our life jackets? Because you're not listening. My wife, I'm willing to agree that I married up, but not to the level she thinks. One day she said, hey, Chad, what would you ever do without me? And I said, I don't know. Why don't you open up my laptop and click on the folder entitled Finally? You'll notice at the top, it says, buy a kayak. That's a one-person canoe. Thank you guys very much. Thanks. Thank you.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
So Jeff and I had a bit of an argument tonight, and we're working it through the way we learned in therapy. And what I like about you is you're thin. Now you have to say a thing you like about me.
What I like about you is you're funny.
What's that meant to me?
And you feign diarrhea very well.
All right, well, when we had our argument earlier... sorry, do you want some of this?
I'm good, man. It's just gonna fall right out of my mouth.
All right. Me too. I'm feigning. That's not true. I think Kenneth Branagh is going to win the Oscar, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's great.
He is very good. Do you know who he's up against?
No, who?
I think Pauly Shore's up for, he got Biodome is up for one.
That's our show, redundant and timely.
I'm redundant, he's timely. Well, in a way, he is. I mean, you know, I represent the redundant form of the late-night stand-up comedian, and he represents impending death.
Where are you all headed? Hi.
You see, so there's an allegorical subtext to what we're doing here. I know you thought you were watching a late-night show, you'd smoke a doobie and everything would be cool, but everything is not cool. I'm kidding, everything is cool. Is everything cool?
Everything is cool, man.
I didn't know you could do that. Is your hand okay?
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
Yeah, well, they said to me before the show that your hand was malfunctioning and it was going off at odd moments.
No, sometimes it has a mind of its own.
Mine too. Well, I think we all learned something tonight.
What did we learn?
Hmm?
What did we learn?
I don't know. Tell you what I learned. All of the people in this audience, never coming back. I'm kidding.